Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath. Luca was alone. The house was empty. Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice. But I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right." Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hand. "That's the thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie. Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise. Lolo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static. The signal went silent. Luca held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time. Lolo's voice began to fade. With that, the signal died for good. Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse. Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted. Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side. Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath. The three shared a determined look.
Is that gonna work? Did we oh, we got Mike back. All right. Okay. Well, I was voice acting that whole time and it didn't pop, but sorry about that. Anyways, what I said so far is, hi Kukla, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it a ton. Hey Pangear, and hey Dr. Betsy Kansas, yes I am. Yeah, I don't know where my mic went. It just kind of decided it wasn't happening. Anyways, a call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. Mike went walkabout. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stick out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Y'all missed a very good and jump when she showed up the first time. I definitely jumped. It was a thing. What are these two up to? I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
Oh boy. I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. Which sign? Yeah, there's no way I'm getting up there. Old Pickler's Pond. There's no way I'm getting up there, disappointingly. Go pick out your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo. So apparently every time we have more options.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line. Fishing with the law of attraction.
So we can try out the bait just like in our dream, but different. Because, you know, the pond isn't freezing over. Oh. Well, that's helpful. Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. Ah, that's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool.
Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook. Those things always get dirty anyway.
Accurate. Keys are indeed cool. Oh. Should we give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought, buckaroo. But I'm not sure she'd fully appreciate a pond bracelet.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
At this pond, you can get anything. Clearly. Like the world's weirdest vending machine. They have mystery vending machines in Japan, which is probably one of the cooler things I've heard about. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, paper. It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who's that for? Applicant, Valentine Estate. Good. Good. Oh, that's interesting. We're getting lore, guys! We're
Luca
getting
placed his
lore.
finger on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
True. I need to blow my nose. Give me just a second. Let me mute my mic so that I don't... I had a cold over the weekend, and I'm still getting over it. But I'm good enough to be upright, and therefore I'm good enough to stream. There we go. Oh! Ooh! A message in a bottle. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Well, I mean, there's not liquor in it. It's a bottle. This is adorable. I like how we're getting lore. Oh, I'm sorry your joints are feeling the coming storm. It is rough. I just keep watching my barometer do random things and I'm just like, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I can just leave that open. Okay. Actually, there's nothing else for me to go look at. Oh. Rollo. Rollo, are you there? I don't know what's there. I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Care said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons. How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Oh no, it's the bully. Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me! This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. They only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rollo? It's not safe! Luca! Rollo, where are you? The treehouse! I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well. Thanks. Oh, shit. Hello? Is anyone present at this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Holy shit! There was only 2 of them. originally... Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course, of course, of course, of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca
Time
and
to run.
Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof,
What?
where Rollo had constructed his MCDC,
What?
the Mission Control Defense Cannon.
Oh my god.
From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode
Oh
forward,
shit.
a warm smile on his face.
Oh, I don't like that. Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honkin' big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there to take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fellow just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. Oh shit.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Oh hell yeah.
Luca
Let's go.
drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fuss swung the Mission Control Defense Cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hit him! Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Ah. Hey. That was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
Uh-oh. End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit.
Oh shit.
As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
Well, time to back up.
That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Okay. So. Oh, I haven't done struggle on the other one yet. We're gonna go do struggle on the branch where we get grabbed.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby.
There's more.
He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3.
Okay, so this is back to the part where we got grabbed, and last time it ended there, but this time it doesn't.
Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
So this is the one. This is the one where we went exploring without Rollo because Rollo got dragged back home. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So, what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. Mm-hmm. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. What's in the jam? Wait, there's secret messages or something. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Ugh. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Oh, crap. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is, we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Oh, crap. Oh, that is much jam. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news. No more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo. I've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Ooh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Oh my gosh. I love this. The branching paths, the butterfly effect. This is... What are you doing over here? Looking for bugs? Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
Luca checked the soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? This guy is now blocked off, which, fair enough, man. You can tell those jerks, it doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up, I ain't moving. This dude, he is having a time. There's stuff going on at the Beacon. Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demand.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about the silly festival. Well, yes. That is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is a dangerous... You finish that thought, I will make a monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder
Good
averted his
God.
gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Damn, bro. Alright, well, we need to make sure that, I'm not gonna bother our friend yet. Oh, hey, the mayor's here. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli. Look at you.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your grand not feeding you? She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. That's so cute. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart what happened with Eleanor. Oop. We got a charm. I got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see here.
Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
Yeah, the upbeat Peanuts music is so cute. You tell your grand hello from me, Luca. Will do. Well, let's see what the mayor's doing. Bud, you good? If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that... Mr. Kerr asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I am terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As with the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Is there anything interesting in the trash? Nancy Drew has trained me. You always check the trash. Can I go back behind the... Oh, I can. Can't go in there. Poor Luca's just carrying this heavy jam around and I'm making him go explore places. Oh, I should probably tell her. Hey, Dawn. Ah. Hey, Luca. What's up? They got you on jam delivery, huh? Yep. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this. One of them is working for William Kerr in the Perennial Harvest. And the other is working for Eris Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pine's past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine. I love Dawn. She's such a good character. Ah, crap. I have to figure out how to get to the wagon something before I go anywhere near Mr. Nuncreed, because he will take someone else's jam because he's an asshole. Oh, there we go. Hey, bud.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Bud, what are you doing? Hello? Eep!
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh no. Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Grant had some jam I'm supposed to give you.
He leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Can you maybe chill, sir? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes. The jam! Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
Can you maybe chill? This child knows nothing. I shall put it on my store shelves, post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Dude. Of course. Broski, the child knows nothing. The grandma may be in on the secret espionage stuff, but the child knows nothing. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know. Somewhere cold? How do they keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert. Do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Oh, that's unnecessary. I'm gonna go see if, ooh, hold please. Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear. She's been giving us foreshadowing this whole time, by the way. Which I love, thank you. Okay, can't talk to these guys. Like, straight up, she's just been sitting here giving us foreshadowing the whole time, and I am a fan. Ah, fine. Oh, why are we going to the library? Stop, back up. There we go. Alright, nerd. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed? Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that case, no.
Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see your gran, boy. I swear. Oh, Hey! Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? Bex! Ah! What just happened? Well, kid, me too. Big same. Yay! Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Play along, Luca. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca.
Oh, crap.
The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Play along. Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh, darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence! I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Crap! Beck. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome? I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Okay, bye, Beck. See you later. We should probably tell Gran that we're gonna be out for dinner, but guess we're going. Who are you? Good morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. The festival's coming up. Huh, the festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it. The difference between the old Valentine company and this new Perennial Harvest outfit
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. Those are both garbage. Exactly. Bro, I like Jeff. Jeff is good. 10 out of 10. Maybe I should go check on the... Oh. Oh there, little buddy. What brings you to this neck of the woods? Oh, I was just wandering around a bit. Wandering? How wonderful. Children and their wonderful wandering. Oh, to be young. Anyways, I can't let you pass just now. Top secret business, that-a-way.
Mr. Kerr winked with a wry smile.
Holy crap. I'm just yanking your chain. Perennial Harvest is just making a few improvements.
He gave Luca an energetic thump on the shoulder.
Don't do that. Better head home now. Our harvest awaits. Oh good, he let me leave. I didn't know if that was going to be the case. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there. And Solomon moved in a few years back. That creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says it used to be way busier, back before Sharper died. Before the Foul Harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this Foul Harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually, you're gonna explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. I also would like to know about the Foul Harvest, actually. Lore. Give me the lore. This is such a cute little house. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills.
We got a different chapter 4. I love this a lot. Oh!
Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love. Couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates.
I'm so glad that, okay, so... Okay. One of them works for the creepy hyena dude who is the face of the creepy company, aka Perennial Harvest. Or Perennial... Okay, whatever, anyways. And the other one works for the Valentines, who are the old family who used to run this place before the Foul Harvest. Also, I'm so glad that me and the narrator kind of go for the same voices for the characters. That makes me really happy. Because, like, I'm doing this before I hear the narrator. And, it makes me feel good. Makes me feel good.
Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them.
I'm pretty sure it was the Valentines, so that would be the people who live in the big house whose grandfather, or whose father, originally, like, started the town.
She could do that.
Okay. So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck. Manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we'd have put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca. This move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So, Beck said that you moved here for work. Oh, you jerk!
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Ow! I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. Hold up, chemist, deep engineer. Wait, back up. That don't. Okay. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement onto the ground.
Luca glanced over to Beck.
Dude.
She seemed to be holding her breath.
Dude. What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't!
Beck slammed her fist
for
into the
fuck's sake.
table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca! How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rollo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home. Friend!
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people,
He's gonna have to deal.
but Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Probably. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
Spooky. You sure we can make it home before this storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens
Oh.
opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Crap. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach her gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Oh, wow. Rollo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here it's all farm reports and static. Ah, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flower. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? Most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. those flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. And also, no, I wasn't kidding about poking around. That is 99% of what I do.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increased amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days. I love Beck. I love Beck so much.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Oh. Superhero landing. Dang, that hurt. I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little: don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
I love Beck as
Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rolo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
You can have more than one best friend, you know. Boy, howdy. Oh, hey Dawn. Hey Dawn, tracking down a lead? You bet! I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out, when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it, old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Damn. I'm gonna see if Hyena Dude's still... I'd better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Fair. That's fair, my man. Ooh, what foreshadowing have you got for us this time? He met his old friend's eyes, and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! This is no time for fractured friendships. Oh shit, Rollo's mad at us. Whoops! Excuse me. What are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No? That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Damn. There is a lot going on. Can I fish with any more carts? Oh.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Oh. Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. Man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. I have a feeling there's at least 2 more cards left and I'm really excited about that. Rollo, are you still up there? Oh. I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's.
Lucas stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she'd made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, because that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. Damn, bro. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa's still around. Okay, Rollo. Take several seats.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line.
No kidding.
But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rollo. Dang it. Damn. That's bad. Anything interesting I can get into? Ooh.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Aha! Rollo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend? Ooh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. I like the physics on this ball. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Oh. Me. Luca?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable. If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. I was gonna go get the oatmeal, but sure. What's our plan? Oh, okay. I guess we're staying here then.
Luca dozed off again.
Luca, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is to just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Lucas still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. How do I get the ball up there? Nope, not quite. Pa.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwell. She said you'd met yesterday? What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. All right then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want to bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close.
Dang, bro.
Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source.
Of what?
Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames.
This person sucks.
They only care about what's right in front of them.
So do most people.
Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad. If you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter. But
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. Mm-hmm. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
Oh, I think, since we have now done multiple chapters in one go, that we may pause here for the day and resume on Wednesday. There are many chapters and many paths to take. I'm really enjoying this. The multiple endings, the different choices that can come up when you retrieve charms from different paths. This is a really good game. Like, really good. Last save was about a minute ago. All right. I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a good week.